who is better at handling finance? Is it men or women? For me, I will not say men are better or women are better. But women have a different attitude. Individual thing. But we know that, for a woman, she's more detailed, whether we like it or not. For a man, we want to really get a lot of bargain and say, based on some of those items he is familiar with. If you're looking at grocery now, food item, a man is not good at negotiating, getting a very good bargain. But a woman is going to do that better. So you can see the nature. This is a natural thing. However, we're not saying that some men cannot do a better bargain when it comes to those grocery. And that's why they are saying, if you give a woman grocery, she will turn into a good meal. If you give a woman a sperm, she will turn into a child. If you give a woman a house, you turn into a home. So we all have a natural rule. But because of what we are seeing today, these rules have been intermingling, okay? So who is better at handling money? I would say both can handle money, depending on their attitude, their psychology, their childhood, school fees, bills, while the woman is not thinking of anything. I wouldn't know that. And I even saw a picture, it's very insulting, where they showed the man was thinking in the night around 3 a.m., the man was thinking of house rent, school fees, Christmas celebration, and on the woman's side, she was saying, he's thinking of another woman now. So you can see, for me, that is very derogatory, because I believe that a man and a woman have major roles to play when it comes to managing their household finance. They both have a role to play. And I've said it here several times, when you are doing your personal financial planning, as a man, it's not complete if your spouse is not with you. Because two of you need to have that one joint goal, so that at the end of the day, when you communicate, one, your marriage is improved. Two, we have less domestic violence when it comes to finances. Then three, we have peace in our community, in the country, and of course in the world, because communication is key. But men are very cost effective when it comes to purchasing certain items. They are cost effective. They want to see that this thing, they are buying, they get value for it. Men are also, they compare data. They also compare features when they are buying anything. Women will just, okay, this is fine. But a man will begin to compare the features and the data. Okay, if I can get it in this place. And like I said, mostly it's items they are familiar with. Men are also planners. I'm not saying women don't plan. Women, they feel, while men are more analytical. They want the data to be on ground. Okay? And some men will tell me that they don't go into any business without first consulting their wife. Because they feel, they have that intuition that this business you are going into will not favor you. There is no data to prove that. But because of that feeling, that intuition. And that's why we say the man and the woman should complement each other when it comes to their finances. Men, they also focus on the bigger picture when they are doing a financial purchase. Men love technology a lot. So you can see that a man buys so many, the latest gadgets. I'm not saying women don't like technology. Women also like technology, but men love technology more. So in this day, today yesterday we are celebrating International Men's Day. Shout out to all the women who have been able to tolerate some of the excesses of men. And when it comes to your finance with your spouse, please don't see women as being financially illiterate, because your financial knowledge does not translate to financial literacy. We have seen men with all the financial knowledge, but at the end of the day, they go into certain transactions and everything is done. And the issue, the wife or the woman in his life will have warned him not to go to that transaction. So you can see that men take a lot of risks, while women are very calculative. They don't take risks. So you can see these two attributes will complement for the optimal management of their finances. Of the man, of course, they say he's the breadwinner, but today we have seen that women are also breadwinners. So for me, it's a matter of cooperation. But at the same time, it's not to say because you are a man, you will not say, okay, it is 50-50. You want to share all the bills. Okay, you pay this one 50%, I will pay this 50%. For me, somebody has to take the lead. And by design, men have been told that they are the head of the family. So when you are head of the family, do you do the work alone? No. They say the women are is it the neck now or the shoulder of the family? So without the neck or the shoulder, the head cannot stand. So you can see that both parties have to really cooperate, have one goal. Women even tend to be more careful when it comes to finances of their dependents. So if you have a spouse who is always taking the risks, you should be that better half that will form as a control to the excesses of the man. However, we've also seen where the roles are also flip. We have seen some women who are also very excessive when it comes to fashion. When it comes to fashion, yes. Because I can't just phantom it where a woman wants to go out, she's looking at the dress she's putting on to coincide with the car she's going to use. Is
that a gender thing? I think it happens with everybody, especially people who are very conscious.
Yes, we did say that it was discovered that more women tend to behave that way. In fact, it was very convincing, you know. And I made bold to say that when we completed that research, it was obvious. Yes, we had about 20% of men, but 80% of women, they want to put on the fashion that coincide with the vehicle they are going to go out with. Again, for us, I'm not saying women should not dress properly, but looking at your personal finance, there are so many items they keep in their house that they don't even need. And I've seen a woman, this is not even hearsay, she came for a program and she told us she has over 300 pairs of shoes. 300 pairs of shoes. So how are you going to decide which one you are going to wear in a particular day? Becomes a problem. I don't want to say because when a man and his wife want to go out, the man will wait for her to start dressing 2 hours to that time, so that while the man just 30 minutes to them. You know, but all this boils down to managing household finances, because we want to see household where marital finance, where the finance is managed by both parties, and at the end of the day, they're able to achieve their financial goals and create wealth for those who are dependent on them. And at the end of the day, we have a little bit of peace. Now that our economy is, we don't even know where we're going, inflation is over 27%. So this is the time, this International Men's Day, for women to stay behind their men and see that they all come to one agreement as to how they will manage their household.
The way we always have. I mean, behind every man is behind every successful man is a woman. Josh.
For me, it is not an issue of gender. It's not a gender war now. Both parties have a role.
You know what you just done? You just softened her face. Otherwise, she would have had a series of questions to ask you.
I do have questions. Well, I'm sure you also have questions, but unfortunately, we don't have time to ask questions today. It's already time up for personal finance segment. But thank you so much, Charles, because you did actually opened up some of these conversations that are shrouded in, that would have been, usually would say leave it for the married couples and how it works for them in their their home front. But these are conversations that should be had in the open, because every Saturday people are getting married and they have the least knowledge, you know, of personal finance, especially when it comes to managing a home. So thank you for bringing that up. Thank you so much.
Yes,
for
before I
coming back.
go, I just want to say one thing. When it comes to managing finances, women are much more healthier in the home. They are more conscious about their health compared to men. So that will also go a long way in reducing the amount of money they spend in terms of their health. Thank you.
Did that soften your face or not?